In an exclusive interview with Sky Sports Cricket, Langer and newly appointed captain Tim Paine talk candidly about the roles in overseeing a culture change in the Australian team. Speaking to Nasser Hussain, Langer said, "There were too many whispers in the last 12 months or so about the abuse on the field, or dare I say, the side playing like spoiled brats, when that moment the ball tampering happened. As a past player and lover of Australia, I nearly died, and when I saw it was Cameron Bancroft, my heart nearly came out of my chest. I couldn't believe it." Despite that, Langer has stated his Australia will continue to sledge opposition teams as they look to play hard but fair cricket, starting with the 5-match ODI series against England. Langer also shared a candid assessment of Steve Smith's captaincy in the 12 months prior to his downfall as Australian skipper during the tour of South Africa. To Langer, as a coach at Western Australia, did you see anything from a distance about the culture of the Australian side that made you think, "That's not right"? The whispers were there, weren't they, Nas? Once upon a time, the opposition didn't like us because we played really good, hard cricket. We were very skillful, and we won a lot of games. It's easy to dislike the opposition if they're good, but there have been too many whispers in the last 12 months or so about the abuse on the field, or dare I say, the side playing like spoiled brats, when that moment the ball tampering happened. As a past player and lover of Australia, I nearly died, and when I saw it was Cameron Bancroft, my heart nearly came out of my chest. I couldn't believe it. So you've got to wonder why it gets to that point, but it has happened now, and we've got to make sure we learn from it and get better from it, because we can't shy away either. There were some very dark days in South Africa. Tell us how a cricket team gets into that situation. I don't think it goes back to any one individual, but not living by our behaviors over a sustained period of time, not 1 year, 2 years, but probably even longer than that. It meant that something like Cape Town was probably going to happen, due to brushing over little things. But the little things can turn into big things when you take your eye off the ball. It was a really difficult time. To Langer, the side of your era played it hard. You had some mongrels, you weren't the most liked side. What was the difference between your side and Steve Smith's? I think Steve Smith maybe just wasn't strong enough in his leadership, but he loves the game of cricket. He practices harder than anyone I've ever met, and he is a very, very nice young lad. There's no doubt about that. David, he has got that, you used the word mongrel, bit of bite in him. And if you look back at the team of my era, some of our guys had that too. Matty Hayden played really hard cricket. Andrew Simmons at times played really hard. Steve Waugh, he didn't have to say much, he'd just have to look at you and you'd be nervous. The question I'd ask with David is how he got so angry. They're the things that interest me as a coach. How do you get to a point where you almost explode? Warner has been a serial offender. Can a leopard like him ever change his spots? Would you welcome him back in this Australian team? Yes, absolutely. David is someone that personally, when I've played with him, I've loved playing with him. He brings a real energy, a real passion, certainly some aggression at times, but I think that's when he's at his best. But yes, if we can have David back, understanding the way we want to play our cricket going forward, then there is no reason that he won't be back and be really successful. Same with Steve. I've been in regular contact with Steve since this has happened. He's been really supportive. I bounce things off him most days. Yes, I can't wait to have him back playing as a batsman in particular, but he's also got a fantastic cricket brain. He loves the game and sets a really high standard for everyone else to follow. You've said that you're going to carry on sledging, that there's a difference between banter and abuse, but in the laws of the game, there is no room for sledging, so why should an Australian cricket team take it upon themselves to say it's fine? It depends how you define sledging. In Australia, it's almost a term of endearment. If I play cards with my 12-year-old daughter Gracie, then we sledge each other, or call it banter, or call it chat, whatever you want. I'll play golf with my mum and dad and go, nice sledge, nice sledge. But we don't abuse each other. There is no room for abuse anywhere. I don't think it is a trait anyone would be proud of, abusing someone. But in the laws of the game, does it say it has to be silent on the cricket field? As a person who has been in the game for a long time, like you, I would hate to see the game of cricket played in complete silence and no words were spoken. You'd lose a lot of the atmosphere and what it's all about. You can do it with a smile on your face, you can do it by staring, but there has got to be some talk on the cricket field. Surely, to receive articles like this direct to your inbox, sign up for our sports newsletter here.